Alpharetta Bar Club. I'm here to give you a leg day workout. So this is a standing leg day workout that you can add on to whatever. Do it at the gym, do it after a walk, whenever you feel like it. So let's go ahead and get started. Just gonna play some music so I can have a little bit of music, but you go ahead and play what you need to because of copyright laws. And that lift. Now lift. So I want you to give me a slight tilt in that pelvis and get those legs up as high as you can. So if your high is down here, that's fine. If your high is up here, that's fine. Just hold that core in and lift that leg. Everything's in alignment. Ears, shoulders, hips. Now give you a little bend stretch, bend stretch. And when you bend stretch, I want you to really feel that stretch on those thighs. So it's stretch, stretch. Without locking your knee, you're elongating those thighs. Give me 4 more. It's 3. Last 2. Last 1. Let's add a flex now. Add a flex lift. Flex lift. Flex lift. Give me 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Stretch it out just a little bit and then switch legs. So give me that tilt and that lift. That core is in nice and tight. You're standing up really nice and tall. Just add a lift, lift. Working these front of the thighs. Now it's bend stretch. Really bend stretch. Really feel that stretch on the tops of those thighs. That's what we're working, these quads. You shouldn't feel this in your hip flexor. If you're doing this tilt properly, you shouldn't feel it in your hip flexor at all. So keep going. Give me 4 more. It's 3. Last 2. Last 1. Give me a drop, lift, drop, lift. 1 more. Drop, lift. Now flex your foot. Add a lift, 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 lift. For 4, 3, 2. Last 1. And stretch that out. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Side to side. Work those hips out. Now this is for the side of the thighs. So standing up nice and tall, ears, shoulders, hips. Everything's nice and tall. Core's in tight. Taking your leg out to the side, we're going to lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. So you're not leaning into it, you're standing up tall. And a little pulse. It's like 1 inch, 1 inch. 4 more. 3. And give me a little circle, circle. Go slow first. Circle, circle, speed it up, little circle. Like the size of like your toe is tracing the size of a golf ball. Super small circle. And you're standing up nice and tall. Give me 4 more. 3. Last 2. Now reverse your circle. Just go circle, circle, go slow, then speed it up. Little circles. So teeny tiny circles. Give me 4 more. 3. Last 2. Give me a bend stretch here. Bend stretch, bend stretch, bend stretch. Lift, bend stretch, lower. Do it again. Bend stretch, lift, bend stretch, lower. Give me a little stretch to the side, just a little one, and then switching over to the other side. I gotta reset my music a little bit. So standing up really nice and tall on the other side now. It's a lift, lower, lift, lower. So just working those kind of side adductors and outer thighs. Add a little lift, lift, lift. So core's in tight. You can do this with balance too. It's actually good to do with balance. So just feel yourself stable in your feet. Do that with balance. Now give me slow circle. Slow, slow. Size of a golf ball. You don't need to make them big. Now little teeny tiny circles. Speed it up. Keep going. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Reverse your circle. Give me slow circle. Slow, slow, slow. Now speed it up. Little circle, circle, circle. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift it and give yourself a little stretch, stretch, stretch from side to side. All right, Moving on. We have what we call serious thighs. So I want you to get your heels together and your toes apart and then just drop it down. So you got a nice straight line up and down. So you're going up and down, up and down. So make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes to the corner. So my knees are going right over my toes. My heels are together. So don't separate your heels, because if you separate your heels, you get a little wobbly and funky in those knees. And try to hold on to something. You could do this with balance if you're used to barre and you're used to this move, but I would recommend holding on to something. It just keeps your knees more stable. You don't want to ever sacrifice one body part for another. All right, ready? A little pulse, pulse. So just straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. Keep going. My core is in tight. Everything's strong. Straight up, straight down. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Now we're going to go down slow. So slow, slow, slow. So catch your thighs. Pull yourself up. Do it again. Go slow, slow, slow. Hold it there. Lift up, lift up. Do it again. Ready? It's slow, slow, slow. Hold it there. Lift, lift, lift. Drop it down. It's here. In, in. Give me hip, hip. For 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Have that pulse. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep going. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Let's drop down low. Drop, low. Lift. Using those quads. Drop, low. Lift. Quads. Drop, low. Lift. Drop, low. Hold it there. Now give me a hip tuck. Hip tuck in. Release. Drop 1 inch. Hip tuck in. Release. Drop another inch. One more time. Hip tuck in. Release. Drop 1 inch. Hold that pulse. 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 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Lift it up. Lift it up. Give yourself a really nice long stretch up all the way to your toes. And drop. So moving on, we're going to keep with the front of the thighs, but we're going to add a little bit more inner thigh to it. So I want you to take a nice step apart, drop those knees down so your knees are opening. So as you drop down, your knees open and lift. So open and lift. So your toes are to the corner, your knees are still tracking over toes. Make sure you got a nice wide stance. You don't want to be too close doing this because it'll make your knees feel funky. So give yourself a nice wide stance to where it feels good. And open up those knees. Ready? So let's add a drop and lift. So using those thighs again. But this time add a little emphasis in your inner thighs. Lift. And when you drop down, I want you to be really flat against the wall behind you. Lift up. So I'm not leaning forward and I'm not leaning back. I'm straight up and straight down. Add that little pulse. 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 Knees out. Wider. Wider. Keep going. Straight up and straight down. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it there. Knees go out. Out. Even make them wider. Wider. So you should feel this in your inner thighs as well as the top. That quad muscle. Keep going. Out. Out. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it there. Hold it there. And 1 heel up. 1 heel up. Keep going. It's 4, 3, 2. Switch heels. Lift the other heel. Lift. Lift. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. Now lift up both heels. Both heels. Add a little pulse. Pulse. All right, so we're going to add just a little bit of cardio to this. Not too much of it. Just a little bit. So lift your heels. Lift your heels. So you can keep this movement, or you can add a little jump. A little jump. So that's for your feet too. A little cardio. Keep going. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now drop it down. Go slow and then lift up, stretch. Do it again. Drop slow, lift, stretch. One more time. Drop slow, lift. Excellent. Give yourself just a little bit of stretch on one knee and then a little bit of stretch on the other knee. All right, so hamstrings. Standing up tall for these hamstrings, you're gonna be in alignment. Ears, shoulders, hips. Take that knee all the way out to the back. Push it up. So your knees aren't side by side, they are lifted. So space between those knees. Ready? Add a push back. Push back. So like someone's behind you and you're pushing them back with your foot. Little push, push, push. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, add a lift hold. Lift, lift, lift. Release halfway. Lift, 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 halfway. Do it again. Lift, 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 halfway. 1 more. Lift, 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 halfway. Hinge over. Get that heel way up there. Add a lift and hold. Lift and hold. Now like you're holding onto the ceiling, you're pressing that ceiling up. Press, hold. Press, hold. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. Hold it up there. Add extend and a bend. Do it again. Extend and a bend. Last 2. Last 1. Drop your elbows down. Make sure your hips are pointed towards the floor. Add a lift. All toes are forward. It's 4, 3, 2. Drop down. Drop down halfway. Lift, hold. So you can point your toes on this one. Lift. 2 more. Drop. Lift. 1 more time. Drop. Lift. Hold it there. Give me a little bend stretch. Bend stretch. Bend stretch. Bend stretch. Like someone's pulling on your foot. Don't lock your knee out. Just feel it in your thighs. This is a way to lengthen those thighs. Last 4. 3. 2. Add a bend stretch. Low, high now. It's low, high, low, high. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And take it down. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch from side to side. We'll stretch at the end. So let's turn it to the other side. So give yourself really nice and tall in that core. Take that leg, knee to knee alignment, but then push it all the way out. Like someone's behind you and you're just pushing it back. So push back, push back. Core's in tight. Push back, push back. Keep going. Push back. Keep going. Push back, push back. It's 4 more. 3, 2. All right, ready for 3. 3, 2, 1, halfway down. 3, 2, 1, halfway down. Try to stand up really nice and tall. You got a neutral spine going on. Stand, lift, lift, lift. 1 more time. Lift, lift, lift. Hinge over. Add a lift and hold. So you got like kind of a goalpost arms as elbows. You're just lifting and holding. Lift and hold. Like you're holding up that ceiling behind you. Lift, hold. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Give me a stretch. Bend. Stretch. Bend. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Elbows down. It's a lift. 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 It's a really nice straight leg. Point your toe. It's 4 more. 3. Last 2. It's a bend stretch here. Bend stretch. Bend stretch. Bend stretch. then stretch. Really lengthen it. 4, 3, 2. Now low and high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So don't feel this in your back of your knee. You're using your thighs, your hamstrings. That's what's lengthening. Last 3, 2, last one. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. And we're going to do some stretching now. So that was fun stuff. Let's go ahead and stretch. So taking one leg, hold on, let me switch my music to be more stretchy music. So taking that leg on, so all your toes are forward, everything's forward. You're just going to hinge over and hold. You can take this at any level too. You can be low if you want. I like it higher up. I think I feel it better. So slight bend in that knee, slight bend in that standing leg. Just hinge over, hold. Take your hands all the way up and then cross them behind you and relax into that hamstring. Breathe. We have a tendency to hold our breath when we stretch, so don't do that. You need to breathe into a muscle to relax it out. So lift yourself up, arms go out to the side, and then twist into that leg, and then maybe touch your toes, and you're going to feel that stretch all on that side of the leg. Give yourself one more breath. Lift up, back center. Switching legs, all toes forward, hinge over, slight bend in the knee, slight bend in the knee. Take your hands all the way up to the back, cross it behind, relax yourself into it, and breathe. Y'all, breathe. You know, and here in the South, we say y'all in the South. So, y'all breathe. Don't hold your breath. All right, last one, last breath. Lift yourself up. Arms come out to the side. Just twist into that straight leg. See if you can touch your toes. That back arm goes all the way up behind you. And just breathe. Give yourself one more breath. And then lift up. Find the tops of that chair and just pull it behind you. Like someone's coming behind, pulling on your hips. Just pull behind, and then drop to the floor. Hang over and hold. Walk yourself to one side, and then walk yourself to the other side. Come back to center, bend your knees, slowly roll up, and then roll your shoulders. So, thank you for joining me. I try to post videos often. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, I really appreciate it. Or if you want to come live to one of my Zoom classes, I teach Zoom Monday through Thursday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time and 10 o'clock on Saturday. So I have a schedule on my website, alfredabarclub.com. So hope to see ya.